everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where basically we geek out about a movie we just saw, and we just saw Coco.
Coco for Coco Pops?
Sorry, every time I say Coco, I just want to do Coco from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh.
Coco.
I remember that now.
Yeah. But anyways, this is going to be our spoiler geek out review talk. So we're going to talk a lot of spoilers here for Coco. If you don't want to see spoilers, you want to bail now. We do have a no spoiler review, which even if you don't mind spoilers, we still recommend you see that first, because that's more of our actual review. This is really just going to be more about us kind of geeking out about the things we loved or didn't love. You know, we can be free to be more specific in things we want to talk about. So that gives you a chance, the no spoiler thing, the link in the description below, or something's popping up right about now. You can click on that, then check this out when you're ready for it, or watch that, then jump right into this if you ain't sick of this ugly mug. Sorry, I went into PSVR Frank mode for a minute. I know you're not sick of this beautiful mug. Look at that hair. This hair is... Anyways, I was just trying to give a little bit of time for the non-spoiler people to jump out. Here's your final warning. Spoilers! Oh, I didn't get my hand in it. Oh, we're shooting on a phone, if you did just jump in here, because it's freaking cold outside. I didn't bring the camera inside. It hasn't defrosted.
Yeah.
Sorry. Also, that's why we have an up angle. We had a jury rig. Okay, anyways, spoiler talk. Where do you want to start?
Okay, for me personally, one of my favorite things was the great-great-great-grandmother's ride. The spirit beast. Yeah,
the spirit beast, yeah. I figured you'd like that, like a horned rainbow giant kitty with wings.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if it's closer to being a chimera or a manicore, but it was definitely
a griffin.
No, that's the body of an eagle, or the head of an eagle, the body of a lion with the eagle wings. Yeah.
I know animals good.
But yeah, it's like basically a jaguar body, but with little ram horns. But it was like so cool. And it was like, because you only got get kind of fleeting glimpses of it in the trailers, but when you actually see it up close, it's like, whoa, I want that ride.
And then what did it turn into when it came to the real world? Little tiny cute kitty. Yeah. Which was cute, which palled around, of course, with the
derpiest dog ever.
The most adorably derpy dog. They ought to just call him Derpy instead of whatever they called him.
Well, you know why they called him Dante, right?
Dante. I was for the longest time in the movie too, I kept thinking they were calling him now I don't even remember what I thought he was being called. Dorky or something. I don't know. No, Donkey. Like donkey. It's like, that's a weird
Dante.
name. Oh, I eventually heard it correctly.
But you realize why he's named that, right?
The 7 letters of hell thing?
Yeah.
That makes sense, even though he has nothing really to do with hell other than just being a spirit guy.
Well, it's afterlife.
Right.
So.
That stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that was something you really, really enjoyed. Okay, so let's get to the big one for me then. The reveal that Ernesto de la Cruz was not the father. You are not the father, but Hector was.
Yeah.
Which was cool, and that's a great twist. Yeah. I picked up on that at the end of the talent show in the afterlife, when he starts throwing Miguel around. He's like, I'm so proud of you. I was like, oh, he had already said they used to play together. Oh, I bet he's actually the father. Oh, that'll be so awesome. So I don't know if that also affected that I figured that out earlier than I should have, probably. Not because I don't think it was the movie's fault. I just I just had one of those, the synapse fired, and I was like, oh, and because I understand the structure of movie storytelling, I'm like, that would be perfect. It makes so much sense.
I was thinking that, he might be a relative. I didn't think he would be the relative instead of, the grandfather instead of the other guy.
Yeah, and I thought that was actually kind of cool that they kind of went dark with it, that the big famous singer had actually killed him when he wanted to go home to his family, and stole all his songs and everything.
Yeah.
Although, and I appreciate at the end that the truth had come out in the living world. I don't think it was well explained how that happened. I mean, just because the guy his daughter had saved a book of handwritten lyrics that were these famous songs, that seemed to be how they proved.
Well, they were letters to her.
Right, but I mean, it's not like they were post-dated or, postmarked to where they'd be like, oh, he definitely wrote these before the songs became famous, or, you know what I mean? It's kind of iffy. They just kind of gloss over that, like, yeah, it all worked out. It all worked out just fine. And again, I mean, these are minor nitpicks, because did really enjoy the movie.
When did you become me?
I know, right? Well, you start getting into stuff about music, I start getting a little bit more nitpicky. Music's fantastic.
Yeah, the music's really good.
I didn't catch who he was, but Cheech Marin was a voice.
Yeah, I tried to...
I think it said like a policeman or something.
I meant to go onto IMDb and check it.
Yeah, because I also saw Edward James Olmos was a voice, and I was like, oh, Adama was in there? I didn't fracking hear that. Damn.
I heard what you did there.
Yeah, you did. I love her.
Ain't a balloon.
Turn into a big spirit animal.
I wish.
I know you do. Let's see, but what are some other...
Just not inside the house.
Yeah, not inside the house. Ooh, what about those poops, though? Anyways, yeah, the leaves thing was really cool, and I loved like the glowy effect.
Those are supposed to. Those are flower petals.
Oh, right, yeah, flower petals. I don't know botany good.
Well, it doesn't help that it is fall here, and you get a lot of orange-colored leaves. So
yeah, so my brain was just thinking, oh yeah.
But I love the effects, like where the Hector tried to cross the bridge when he didn't have clearance. And he just was sinking into it. Yeah.
Which made me start thinking, it's like, what happens if you have a group of people that tries to carry him over? Would they all then sink, or could they actually carry him over? You know, again, I have turned into you. What's going on here? We brain swapped, everybody. It's fine. Yeah. I'm sorry. Let's see.
Oh my God! Take these slides back.
Yeah, they're pretty dirty, huh? Filthy. Great grandma, the oldest, other than Coco, the oldest mama.
So Coco's daughter.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm not a violent man. I've never hit a family member, I don't think, but if a family member ever did what she did to that kid in the beginning, I would not take that well. Dude built his own freaking guitar and made it sound good. She just smashes it to pieces.
I have a feeling he actually scavenged it and fixed it up. But...
Well, that may be... No. He built that. Because even the frets were made from nails. Not just the tuning bits, but like, yeah, you could tell he like bent down the edges of the nails and filed them down so they weren't sharp and put them on there. Hammered nails into the fretboard to give the little... I don't know what they're called, like the little circle things that indicate kind of notes in the frets and everything. You know, I mean, that was definitely a handmade guitar. Okay. I mean, I don't know, he might have got a body and had to fix things up, but I mean, that neck was handmade and stuff, so I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
But that, oh man, that got under my skin. My blood was boiling.
Yeah. Although I do have to kind of wonder is like, do they actually have, music contests on Day of the Dead?
I don't know. I don't know about on Day of the Dead, but of course it's talent shows. Yeah.
Well, I mean, would we have a talent show on Christmas? Because it's supposed to be we have a cat running like crazy behind us. Yeah. But like if it's supposed to be like a huge family holiday type thing.
But it is a family holiday where people are celebrating out and about, so maybe you guys can let us know if you're more familiar with the actual practices.
That was one more thing. It's just like it's not that I have a problem with it. I'm just curious if that's an actual thing.
Right. I get where you're coming from with that. That's a good question. So if anybody out there knows, let us know. Let's see. I'm worried about my camera my phone filling up, so I'm trying to think if there's anything real important we want to get out just in case. If it cuts off and I don't have an ending to this video, it's because I completely ran out of room on here, and I'm sorry.
Oops.
Yeah. But I do like the face paint. I really like the bonding of Hector and Miguel. I thought all that stuff was really good.
Hector was just a great character.
He really was.
Even before the twist.
He really was. Oh yeah, and like the disappearing when you get forgotten. All that stuff was really cool.
Yeah.
The CG of Coco.
That was almost disturbing, actually.
It was so realistic looking. That's like, probably like 99-year-old
where everybody else
woman.
is very cartoony looking, she looks...
They made her show her age.
With a little bit of exception, she looks almost photoreal. And it was a little bit... It was a very uncanny valley.
Yeah. It's quite interesting.
But
it was cool in the end of the credits. They did, of course, production babies, but at the very end, they wanted to thank everybody that had come before them and everything, and they did like a photo collage of, I assume, all the creators' past loved ones. I thought that was pretty sweet. I figured they might do something at the end, so that was a nice little touch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a straightforward movie for the most part. I mean, it's the kid's trying to do this thing, and Hector's got his thing, and then there's the big reveal that, Ernesto's a dick, and he's going to try and kill Hector and the kid again in the afterlife.
Yeah. And by the way, and God, and that when they do get to that tearjerker scene, because that's just like, we will make you cry here.
Yeah. And I was like, if there wasn't all these noises distracting me and taking me out of the emotion, because I like to exist in the movie. Mm-hmm. So those noises you're talking about, they remind me I'm sitting in a theater with other people. I can't. It makes it harder for me to get lost in the magic of the cinema. Mm-hmm. But again, I was, like I said, I was very glossy-eyed, and just didn't actually get the waterworks going. Because that's the thing, is it wasn't about the creative process and the inspiration of music. Mm-hmm. That was really more of a MacGuffin about, it's like, oh, this is the thing he did and made that the family ends up hating and the kid's talented in. You could have made it a bunch of things. Yeah. And I thought this was going to be more about, the beauty of creation. Since we're going to talk about death and the afterlife, it would have kind of made sense to play up the creative side a little bit more, like creation, destruction. I don't know.
No, it's Pixar. It's going to be family.
I know. Yeah. Well, you can still have that too. I just thought there would have been more of the songwriting aspect of it, but whatever. It makes me want to go home and play guitar some more.
But yeah, because I kind of think it made me cry a little bit, but that's because I've had two grandparents that have gone through Alzheimer's and dementia and all that. Where, they don't know who you are anymore. Yeah. And that is rough.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So I've been luckily the people in my life, when they go, they just go. So it's not, not too crazy. Again,
much worse when you're actually one of the primary caretakers.
Yeah, I can imagine. Eesh. Well, let's find a positive before we get out of here. Now that we made you cry, what?
More kitties?
More kitties, yes. I was talking about kitties. The fruitcake stuff in the Frozen short was funny.
Oh, yeah.
That I did appreciate. Again, I wish it was a Pixar short, because it made me think of the one with the volcano. Was that before The Good Dinosaur?
I think so.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But anyways.
Yeah, that one makes you cry, too.
I know. Pixar's usually really, really good about it. And that's why it felt weird not having a Pixar short, but a Disney short. But
yeah, but so I liked all the stuff with the love.
Yeah.
Oh, God. And it was... Oh, actually, there's a couple of risque things. One was in the Frozen thing with, was it Sven? And he's going, oh, can I have one of those not quite revealing towels or whatever it is?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, here, have mine. Rip.
Yeah. There was a moment or two of cuteness, but...
and then in Coco, when Hector's singing the song for the guy who is getting ready to die to the death.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, he's going, she has knuckles that drag on their... Those aren't the words!
There aren't kids. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great little moment where all the kids are like, why is everybody laughing? That's one's for the adults, kids. But yeah, overall, I really liked it. It's another great Pixar film. It's one of the really good ones. I guess this year, Cars 3 was the bad one, and or relatively. I haven't seen Cars 3, so I can't judge, but I assume it was the bad one, and this is the good one, since they tend to do one really good one and one okay one every year. Yeah. But I think that pretty much covers it. What about you guys, though? You got anything else? Again, I'm just worried about the phone.
Off the top of my head, no.
Okay. I think we covered everything.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're out of time.
Comment. Let us know what you guys think. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. This is spoilers, so spoiler away. What's your favorite part? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Any education you want to give us on anything we may have said wrong? Do that too.
Yeah.
Drunken Movie Night, December 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern, watching some Star Wars cartoons. It's going to be a good time. Come hang out live on my channel.
Do art for that.
I know. Don't say what it is here, but I was joking with you about that, but you missed it earlier. Okay, so comment, click the thumbs up button, give me that good old thumb of encouragement, that thumb of encouragement, as we do love to be encouraged.
No, that doesn't work for you.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, on that note, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go watch some more stuff. We'll see you all.